This is where we come from, yeah, we did it. City on my back, I'm committed. This is where we come from, yeah, we made it. Now the whole team celebrating. We like, oh, 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 oh. They knew me for the old me. They can't stop me now, I'm with the home team. No beginner, I'm a winner. Took a couple losses, now I'm cooking, let me simmer. Yeah, yeah, tunnel vision, all I see is win, 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 win. This my city section where you been. We move faster alone, but go further together. We can weather any weather forever. A dream team, I done seen things. Confidence is on 100,000. I got family for miles, running up the mileage. Made it through some trials and some tribulations. Now me and the team, I had celebrating, yeah. This is where we come from, yeah, we did it. City on my back, I'm committed. This is where we come from, yeah, we made it. Now the whole team celebrating. We like, oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. You probably thought you knew. A new day is approaching, turn the gray skies into blue. I grew up on these same blocks, school of hard knocks. Had to get it on a hard top, took the hard shots, but we made it. Anticipated, highly decorated. The home team is winning, celebrated. The victory is all mine, and everything is alright, alright. And you know I done seen things, confidence is on 100,000. I got family for miles, running up the mileage. Made it through some trials and some tribulations. Now me and the team, I had yeah, this is where we come from, yeah, we did it. City on my back, I'm committed. This is where we come from, yeah, we made it. Now the whole team celebrating. We like, oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
All right, what up, though? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Spike Kool-Aid, man. Listen, we've been consistent, man, for a month. We have been consistent for a month, man, and it's been paying off. I want to shout everybody out, man. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. The Lions won again. We didn't get any help yesterday, though. We needed some help yesterday. We got zero help. Let me see what's Papa Docking right there. There we go. Sometimes, you know, this stuff loosens up. We got no help yesterday. We needed a Baltimore Ravens win, and we needed an Arizona Cardinal win, but they are trash. They're trash. This one's dedicated to Lamar and company.
He's the funniest guy who gets the job done. Likes how-tos, random bits, so fun. Man, he's so crazy, better pick up the fun. Lamar Wilson.
Lamar Jackson Wilson was everything I said he was yesterday. Absolutely no help. Now, Justin Tucker was, primarily to blame, but anyway, you know how it is. This will be the last time I take him on my fantasy team. What's up, Comedy God, Bonzilla? What's up, Kiera? Derwin, what's up, big dog? It's been a long time. Nasty Man Nate. Hey, I know y'all got an email today, bro. I hope you're ready for that. Yo, JB, what's up, Mike? It's weird seeing y'all with no membership badges over here, man. Maybe soon. Braylon in the building. What's up, SC? Says Jamal Adams, get ready to learn early down outside linebacker. Actually, we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna kind of talk about that between this channel and Lion Syndicate. But I think that the Lions are gonna do two things. I think a combination. Jamal might be able to go back and forth. I don't think he's in a coverage guy right now. I think he got a little bit left in the tank, but he might be like Iffy, man, where he come, instead of playing safety, he play linebacker. And I think linebacker, bro, depending on where he placed that, if he that outside guy, he might be able to light you up. Kiera in the building. What's up? Says December football has arrived. Yes, it has. The Lions have 5 games left. Can you believe that we are at the end of the season? Like, I can't even believe it, man. Like, time is moving so fast. Gary in the building. What's up, Gary? Hardy says, I love the media talking up the Eagles. It will motivate Detroit these last 5 regular season games. I agree. What's up? Coyote says, I have that Lamar Wilson song stuck in my head. That's my whole point. That was the whole point. Yeah, man. I got it. Well, you might have got it today or recently about the opt-in. I think you already got yours about the playoff ticket opt-in. Do you think about J-Mo? What do you think about J-Mo and Terrion asking to return kicks? I'm actually terrified and I love it at the same time. You know, Jamison Williams, he's been trying to get in on kick returns since he got drafted. He used to do it in Alabama. I say do it. I know this different. The new kickoff rules, bro. Jamison Williams, he get past you, he gone. That's it. It ain't no stopping him. I really don't want to lose to Green Bay. Brad is looking to fill out this roster, man, at Home Depot looking for some workers. Hey, listen, I'm available. Where is my... Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right. I'm very proud of this here, but I got some unfortunate news. The unfortunate news is that you can't see this, okay? But I got this. Watch this, y'all. You ready? Check this out. What does that say? Basement General Manager Lions Syndicate. I picked this up, and the goal was, let me switch cameras. The goal was to put it at the bottom of the TV on that side, but you can't see it. So maybe I have to have it tilted. But yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Oh, let me switch. Everybody say I'm smarter than Brad Holmes. I think I'm smarter than Brad Holmes. So I got that made, man, and sent to me. Now I don't know where to put it, man. I'm kind of disappointed. Yeah, because I bought it for it to be seen, but yeah. So anyway, just some fun times, man. All right, so let's get right into it, man. We got a couple things to talk about. Jamal Adams is in the building, obviously. Signed with the Detroit Lions yesterday. I had just got on a live stream, and I'm like, my phone rings. One of my subscribers was calling me. You might know him as John Doe. He's calling me up, and he like, yo, I didn't answer. So I'm like, yo, I'm live, and I text him. I'm like, yo, I'm live streaming right now. And then you guys tell me that we signed Jamal Williams. I'm like, what? Jamal Adams. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Jamal Adams. And I'm like, what? So then I look and find it. And yes, man, Jamal Adams is a Detroit Lion. Says, love it. Yeah, well, everybody like, yo, you know, I think I'm smarter than Brad Holmes, which I don't, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's funny. So yeah, basement. But I'm mad though, because now you can't see it. You can't see it. I also want to show you this. This came, I want to say Friday. I finally opened it yesterday. This is, I'm not even gonna lie, right? So as a YouTuber, you have to diversify your income. So you have to have sponsors. You got to have affiliate links. You got to Google AdSense. You got all this other stuff. You know, a lot of it ain't y'all concerned, right? But we got to hustle in order to kind of make this what it is, right? So I really didn't think I didn't know if I was really going to like this thing because I am a back pocket wallet guy. But this came on Friday, and I absolutely love it. This is my Ridge wallet. It came. I finally got my hands on it. And I love it. I love this thing. So I'm a back pocket wallet guy. And what I noticed yesterday is that with the Ridge wallet, first of all, it feels like a deck of cards, which is, I keep doing this on it. But I realized that I had a bunch of unnecessary stuff in my wallet. I had some stuff from, I'm not even lying, man. I used to drive a school bus, and when you drive a school bus or you drive you have a class B, C, D, A or B, and you're driving like a truck or a bus. There are some cards that you have to keep with you. Your DOT card, if you drive a school bus, you have to keep this training card on your person at all times. That was in my wallet. I haven't driven a school bus in over 5 years. It was in my wallet. I could not believe it was still in there. So I wanted to get this one, and it's kind of cool, man. So when I want to get a card, I just push up right here, grab my card out, you know what I'm saying? Make that transaction, do whatever, push it back in, bada boom. So I love this thing. I didn't know if I was really going to like it. Then you got like a cash strap on the back, and you could interchange. They even got this thing that you can add up front, a quick release, like if I want to put my credit card or driver's license there. So I love it, man. I love it. I'm just scared I'm going to lose it. I haven't lost my wallet in probably since I was under 10. You know what I'm saying? That first wallet that you have. But anyway, but yeah, man, they got a sale going on. I think I'm going to like the whole minimalist, lifestyle. Minimalist. I think that's how you say it. So anyway, so now I got a couple credit cards, my driver's license. I have my medical card, like my FSA card. So just the necessary stuff in here, man. It's kind of cool. I got the keychain holder, and we'll see how that is. We'll be using Adams as a box safety to help out the linebacker core right. That's what everybody's thinking, but we're going to talk about that more. Okay. So we got to get into our first segment, y'all. We got to talk about, let me turn that down before I lose my hearing. Okay. Can you find a way to put it on the horizontal? You know what? So I was thinking about doing that. Okay. So first of all, he's talking about this. I was literally thinking about doing this, but I ordered it. First of all, I thought it would be distracting. But I would have to order a smaller one because this is a foot long. This is 12.2. So in order to put it here, I would have to get like an 8 inch. But I literally was thinking about it. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. So it's funny that you said something. So I'll figure out something because I'm thinking about getting another camera change anyway, and I'll find somewhere to put it. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. What's the next move, GM? Well, hey, Derwin, I'm a basement GM. So, I do basement activities. That's what I do. My girl getting me one for Christmas. I'm excited for it. Okay, God, make sure she uses that code, man. And that affiliate link on Lion Syndicate. You got promo code YouTube10. She can get 10% off, my brother. So make sure you get all the money off that you can. It's nice, though, man. I like it. I haven't gone outside with it yet, but I'm like, yo, I kind of misplace things all the time. So maybe I don't know. Then my wallet is black and then it blends in with everything. But I'm one of them idiots, man, that put stuff down and don't remember where I did it. So I have to follow my steps. So anyway, let's get into our first segment, man, because I think this one's going to be pretty good. Make sure I have everything queued up so we can be able to talk about it. All right, I made a segment on Lion Syndicate, but I want to be able to have a conversation with you guys today. All right, so you guys already know, man. It came out after the Thanksgiving when it was about Friday night, man. The internet, maybe it was Saturday night. The internet is ablaze by Jahmyr Gibbs. I can't remember where I saw this first at, but Jahmyr Gibbs allegedly had a video where he leaked out some information. I say alleged because it was allegedly leaked, but it was not done on purpose. But what it was a board in which the play protection, the play calls that were for the Detroit Lions in the running back room were leaked and put on his social media. Well, leaked is like somebody else did it, but he did it unintentionally. He put it there, did not realize what he was doing, which is crazy to me, but, we all make mistakes. He's like 22, I think, somewhere around there. So he's super young. That's I don't even know if he's old enough to drink, but mistakes happen. But the internet, man, was crazy. It was going ablaze Saturday night, Sunday. Even some Lions fans were saying that he should be cut. That Jahmyr Gibbs should be cut. And I thought it was the most ridiculous thing I had ever heard. But I want to get you guys' immediate feedback. But let's take a listen to what Dan Campbell had to say about Jahmyr Gibbs and this entire situation. Let's check it out.
I think you'd be talking about this week, but Jahmyr Gibbs puts out a photo, and I got to imagine he didn't intend for part of the playbook to be out there. How do you handle a situation like that, and does it change the calls that were exposed?
Yeah, I don't. Like I say, I know what it is, but I'm like, you know what? We might as well just put everything out there. I don't really give a crap. I mean, if we're going to lose because of code words, then we're not good enough anyway. So I think we'll just post the whole freaking playbook out there and every code word we've got, and it doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt us. It won't affect us. And it's all good.
Well, and at this point of the season, too, I mean, you have on film, and I know that Ben Johnson is saying, hey, the cupboard is full, but there's really not a lot of secret into what you're doing 13 weeks into the season.
No, there's not. I mean, it's on tape. It's not like, you can get everything that you need. at any avenue. It's on tape, the TV. I mean, you guys at home get more than we do. I mean, until after the game, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. But we'll listen. It's all out there, and you can find any and everything that you need on the tape, and how to attack people, how they're going to attack you. And no, I'm not losing sleep over that. Now, do I want us posting stuff up from our locker room or our players or whatever? No, I don't, because you don't know what's going to happen with something like that. But no, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal.
Well, the internet likes to run with this, and not that you see some of it, but people want to know, like, is Jahmyr Gibbs going to have his playing time impacted by this? Is there any sort of discipline for him?
Yes, because he got on social media, I'm not going to play him anymore.
Right.
Heavy sarcasm for people who are going to read too much into it. Dan, good stuff.
I know. We're fine. As a matter of fact, I joked at him about it yesterday. I messed with him. So it's good. I'm not even worried about it.
Second time you guys.
He's not even worried about it. Dan Campbell said it's no big deal. Now, do I believe that he said he talked to him, he joked with him? Not a big deal. Dan Campbell is a dog. He is a dog, bro. He is saying, it reminds me of Cam Newton. Like I said this on Lion Syndicate. He said, oh, you watch film too? Well, watch this. You know what we gonna do? And let's say if we need code words, right? And we can't beat you, then we got a problem. So you can know what we gonna do. You gotta stop it. And I'm just like, bro, and what I really appreciate it. And this is why people want to play for Dan Campbell. This is why Jamal Adams wanted to come here. This is why there will be people beating down the door in the offseason to come to the Detroit Lions. Dan Campbell did not throw Jahmyr Gibbs under the bus. Maybe he spoke to him a little sternly. Maybe. But I don't know if he even did that. Dan Campbell seems like he's chill until he's not, right? But Dan Campbell did not throw his young second-year running back who made a mistake under the bus. Now, it's just me. Is it just, I got some feedback on Lion Syndicate when I talked about the reporter. I just thought it was low. And I don't know if people, if y'all, how much attention y'all pay to things, you know what I'm saying? But I thought that it should have been done in private. And somebody was like, well, how would it have been done in private? How could he do it in private? I'm going to show you how he could have done it in private. All I was saying was that as Dan Campbell was exiting the podium, like he always does, okay? Somebody's literally talking to him right now. We've heard time and time again when he's exiting the podium, someone is speaking to him. At this moment, said reporter could have said, hey, Dan, I don't know if you know this, but this is what happened. I don't like it. I just didn't like it. I think that it was just ratty to me. It seemed like it was a brownie points thing, blah. I mean, that's what you want to ask about in public at the press conference. I didn't really like that one bit. But, reporters are reporters. They do what they, I guess, are supposed to do. You got to like the good. You got to take the good and the bad with them. So, Jahmyr Gibbs, is he going to get benched? Of course he is. We're going to bench our number one running back. This guy is less than 15 yards shy of 1,000 yards with 5 games left. We're going to bench him, our most dynamic weapon, because of this. I even heard Lions fans saying, cut him. Like, what are we? Is this a real thing? Is this a real thing? Cut Jahmyr Gibbs because of this. It was a mistake, but Dan Campbell took all. You know what? Yeah, they can know the play. He said everything is out there. Watch the film. Watch the film and you can see what's going on. So I love this, bro. He said it's not a big deal. Fantastic. Love this guy. Dan Campbell he is my favorite coach of all time. It's just this to me did it. It did it for me. My favorite coach of all time. You know what? Whenever something goes wrong, what does he do? He always takes a road that he's not going to throw players under the bus. We saw with Isaiah Buggs, James Houston. It didn't work out here. I wish him the best. There's never been, and you know what I love about Dan Campbell too, and we've noticed this from our team, is you take after the head coach. And if you don't, usually you're not here. Isaiah Buggs is not here. He's not here. We got another person to talk about as well. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. How do you feel? Are you over this whole Jahmyr Gibbs thing? Like I said, Cam Newton said it the best. You watch film too? Oh, I see you watch film. Well, watch this. And that's what the Detroit Lions are going to do. Let me see what y'all saying, man. People sound dumb benching Gibbs. Yeah, I mean, I heard some stuff. Man. It was crazy. Take these off. It was crazy. Bench Gibbs, cut Gibbs. I mean, like, are you dumb? Maybe that reporter thought he could advance his career. Now, listen, it could have just been me. I mean, I understand reporters got to be people that kind of defy the odds. You know what I mean? They gotta say certain things. They got to be willing to take risk. I just didn't like it because to me, it just was like, it just reminded me of tattling. You know what I mean? Like, and in some cases, it's like, okay, a tattle is a tattle, right? A lie is a lie. But if you're going to, like, if you're trying to surprise somebody and you tell them a lie, you lie to them for the sake of surprising them. But it's still a lie, right? If you tattle, we used to tattle on my sister used to tattle on me all the time. All the time. My son has to deal with his sister, and she's a tattletale, right? His brother used to be a tattletale. I just don't like tattletales, bro. That, I mean, but what was the point? What was the point of saying it at the press conference so everybody can hear? I don't know, man. I don't know. And then I'm thinking, okay, you follow Jahmyr Gibbs? Did somebody tell you about this leak? Did you see the leak and you're like, I'm going to say something? I don't know, man. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Let me see. DC is almost as good a catch as Matt Patricia, LOL. Probably is the same reporter. What, Jason? Same reporter from what? Lions-Packers comparisons are out. Oh, that's right. Okay, I forgot. Hey, Braylon, appreciate you, bro. I forgot it's really, okay, so the Lions played Thursday, so that means it's kind of Wednesday-ish, somewhere around there. Like, it's really Wednesday. So everything is moving so fast this week, bro. And then we get 10 days off. We get 10 days off, man. Cut the home. What's up, Denzel? I wonder if DC will ignore that report in the future. No, he won't. He won't. He's probably an undercover agent for the Packers. Yeah, you know what the thing is? I didn't know who it was. And, anyway, I could never be credentialed because I want to be able to speak my mind, and I'm not going to be able to do that. But I want to get y'all opinion on something. So the Detroit Lions are decimated on injury. They have 18 people on injured reserve, and we're talking to the chat right now, and put this in the comment section on playback. This is the time of the season that you need as much help as you can get. They signed Jamal Adams. They bring in another Adams player from the Seattle Seahawks practice squad. So ironically, we got two former Seahawks that is now currently on our team. One is on the active roster, and Jamal Adams is going to be elevated eventually to the active roster, just like Tim Patrick was. So with the Detroit Lions bringing in bodies this time of year, we're going into week 14. They got 5 games left before the real season begins. And we're bringing in bodies. We losing Malcolm Rodriguez. We're Josh Pascal, Levi Onwuzurike. We don't know what's going on with them. So we need bodies. But yet, there was a body we cut last week. And I've been trying to understand. And I understand it. I think I do. So I'm trying to get your understanding too. Why would the Detroit Lions do such a thing? Now, this is all speculation on my part, okay? But I want to get some feedback. And the person I'm talking about is James Houston. Now, my feelings for James Houston aside, why would the Detroit Lions cut an individual this late in the season? Especially one that plays a position of need. To me, it's only one answer. One, maybe two. The first answer is James asked to be released. He's not going to be a Detroit Lion next year. I had told you that. He was cut initially from the 53-man roster when he was a rookie, voiding his initial contract, and he was placed on the practice squad. He had exclusive rights, I believe we signed a year or two ago, and he was on our team. He barely, in my opinion, made the cut. But the Detroit Lions chose to waive him over keeping him on the team. Reason number two, I'm not trying to put James in the same category as in things going on, right? But remember back to Isaiah Buggs, it was a lot of kind of things that were coming out about Isaiah Buggs and his kind of how he was with the team and with certain coaches. Now, I did not hear anything about that with James Houston, but just from body language, watching him play, there was a time, I think it was in the preseason. Remember in the preseason, he was hurt. He didn't play game 2, played game 1. He did not look like, we used to watch him on the sideline and say, it doesn't look like he's all here. Maybe that's why the Detroit Lions decided to release him. And I'll keep going back to this. There was a episode of Deion Sanders' show that I saw the clip when it was before James Houston was drafted. And Deion and a particular coach was telling, you know what? James, we're trying to get you in the NFL. We don't think you're going to make it at linebacker, so why don't you play defensive end? And James was adamant about playing linebacker. Eventually, he caved. He went to defensive end, and he was drafted in the 6th round by the Detroit Lions. So James had a little bit of kind of stubbornness in him before. But in my opinion, if it's week 13, injuries are running rampant. You are signing people off other people's practice squads, but yet you release somebody you already have it wasn't like James was on the bench. He was active. He was getting reps. He was getting snaps. If you release him, it's either he asked to be released and you granted that release, which is very decent of the Detroit Lions. I mean, Jamal Adams was asked to be released from the Tennessee Titans. Josh Reynolds back in the day was asked to be released from, ironically, the Tennessee Titans. So they granted that, right? And if you're released now, you have to go through waivers. So Jamal was smart, and he did it prior to waivers, long before waivers. So now you didn't have to deal with that. He's just at home. If James Houston was released week 13 of an NFL season of a team that's making a playoff push when you need bodies, to me that screams something else was happening. It was just time to move on. In season moving on. That's a big deal. We saw with Isaiah Buggs last season. Then it came out that all this stuff was happening between Buggs. Remember, Buggs was actually benched the first couple of games. So to me, that is why James Houston is no longer on this team. It's either A, he didn't want to be here anymore, we let him go, or B, we didn't want him here anymore. I mean, obviously that's the case. The Detroit Lions had zero intention of bringing him back if he cleared waivers. That's how this relationship that's what it had become. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what yours are in the comments below. One says, I miss Rodrigo. Someone was asking him something today, and Dan shut them down. Anyone know the question? Charles, what are we about what? Asking, he shut it down. Are you sure it was today? Because today he was on 97.1 a ticket. Are you thinking about yesterday? Because I didn't watch yesterday's press conference, so we could bring that in if you guys want, because I didn't watch it. I was busy doing the games and stuff yesterday. If you was a reporter, if you knew who that reporter was, would you tell? Yeah, I know who it is. I know who it is because somebody said something immediately. That's how I found out it had happened in the first place. One says, I miss Rodrigo. Kiera says, Ben Johnson uses plays that came up with the years prior. I'm sure they don't have any problem swapping plays out. I agree. Jason says, because he's hot garbage. Great first season. Because, let me see, where we at? Yeah, DT Lions, really? Yeah, what are you, bro? Are you like 7? I think he was cut because of his attitude and effort. Art, that's what I think too. I think that as well. What up, Aaron? What up, though, man? I wonder if the Lions win the Super Bowl, does James Houston still get a Super Bowl ring? He does not. Nope. Just like we didn't get one with Isaiah Buggs. Could you imagine? I thought about that the other day. I said, dang, man, James Houston, drafted by the Detroit Lions. He drafted after our 3-13-1 season. Helps us go 9-8. Just miss out on the playoffs. Helps us get to, not really because he was hurt, is on the team for our NFC Championship run. Coming back, we have the best record in the National Football League. We have the best record since we've become the Detroit Lions. Like, literally, 1934. and you get basically waived from that team as we're heading to the Super Bowl. Something to me is just, it ain't right between James Houston and the Detroit Lions. After 2022, he was useless. What's up, Vic? Says, what up, though? What up, Derek? They let him go because he wasn't good against the run. Look at the body of guys we picked up. They fit the D-line. They're big, and they can play inside and outside. Houston didn't fit that and wasn't getting the linebacker spot either. Yeah, it was Justin Rogers. They should have cut Gibbs instead of Houston. You saw he didn't seem strong enough to set an edge, and he can't beat the tackles off the line. He's kind of useless. That's a strong term, Kiera. That's a strong term, man. He just hasn't been the same after the injury. Let me ask y'all this. Do you think that James Houston would have, if James would have gotten hurt, do you think things would be different? Do you think they would have been different if he didn't get hurt? Should have kept Matthew Betts. I'm Canadian. That's why I say it. Derek, you're correct about the reporter should have done was spot on, keep it in-house, and approach DC privately. Really think that reporter missed an opportunity to help the team out. Art, that's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying, okay, like I said, he's got a job to do as a reporter. He has to be a guy that is, but it ain't like he a reporter. He a team reporter. He not like somebody that's in Afghanistan on the ground or something. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we're here live with in the war zone. We talking about a football team, man. We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice, bro. That's where I'm at. Practice. Matthew Betts. I wouldn't be mad if we had him. I mean, I think he's a body at this point, but Matthew, like, yo, I think the Lions burn a bridge with Matthew. The Lions burned their bridge with Matthew. Just think about this. They kept James Houston over Matthew Betts. I guarantee you, Matthew Betts would have had more sacks than James Houston. I strongly believe that. James had one. I think Matthew would at least had two. Depending on if he played the same amount of time as James Houston. Now, those are just my thoughts, man. I thought if you play 6 or more games, no matter if you get cut or released, you still get a ring. No, I don't think so, Jenkins. Let me tell you why. I did some research on who gets Super Bowl rings. And basically, it is up to the discretion of the team, right? They get 150, and those 150 have to be spread out to the entire team, the staff and everything. So we went over this a few weeks ago. So I don't know if that is the case. I could be wrong, but I read that it was 150 and you could choose, you had to choose. So like, cause Dan Campbell didn't get a ring with who was it? The Saints? And who was it that the Giants? Somebody didn't give Dan Campbell a ring. I can't remember who it was, but they didn't give him one. I feel like they did him very dirty. I do too. The reporter probably thinks he got bragging rights. I'm the one who broke the... You know what, Glenn? I was thinking that too, man. To me, it was just weak. What's up, Scat Pack J? What's good, big dog? I think we should reach out to Sue. Oh. Okay. All right. I didn't want to do... Okay, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Oh, Lord. We can't, y'all. All right. Okay, it was the Giants. All right, so somebody in the comment section, I've been seeing the same things y'all see. It's going around. Somebody on Twitter reached out to Ndamukong Suh, or they put something about Ndamukong Suh coming home. Playing one more time, one last ride for the Detroit Lions. And surprisingly, he responded with a bunch of emojis, laughing and stuff like, he didn't say no. He didn't say no. So could it be a possibility that Ndamukong Suh returns to the Detroit Lions? And would you want him to come back? I think it's in some cases you just gotta let go. You just gotta it's time to let go of the Ndamukong Suh hope train. All right. Now, per se, I myself would not turn down a single body that we could use. However, I think the time has come for the ship to sail on Ndamukong Suh. I have never seen, in all my time of watching football, I have never seen a fan base clamor for somebody to come to Detroit who once was here more than I have seen for Ndamukong Suh. Now, don't get it twisted. I think he was Defensive Rookie of the Year back in 2010. Dude was a dog. He was a dirty dog, but he was a dog nonetheless. And he was part of our team when we had a top 3 defense back in 2014. It was the last year with the Detroit Lions. But Ndamukong Suh, the time has passed. As a matter of fact, he has not. Let's just for y'all's sake, let's look at this. Okay, first and foremost, let's look at the age. All right. Ndamukong Suh is up there with Bruce Irvin. All right. Bruce Irvin, he just turned 37 years old. Okay, so him and Bruce Irvin are the same age. As a matter of fact, he is going to turn 38 before we go to the playoffs. Now, in his defense, okay, Calais Campbell is like 40 years old, still balling. So you got to ask yourself, Ndamukong Suh, is he in football shape? I'm going to say, I don't know. When was the last time he played? In 2022. In 2022. We got to let this guy go. We got to let him go. He ain't even come back he's not officially retired, and he hasn't come back to Detroit. Well, he's in Detroit. He stays a lot. He got businesses here. He stays a lot, spends a lot of time in Detroit. It's time to let him go. It's time to let him go. He played with Philadelphia in 2022. That was, Jalen Carter was 2023. His last year, that is, I want to say, because he won the Super Bowl with Tampa Bay, and then he was with the Rams before that. He was with Philly when they tried to do it, right? It is time to let Ndamukong Suh go for a lot of reasons. He's about to turn 38 years old. We don't know if he's in football shape. And it's just time. He said in 2022, this is what I heard. I can't confirm this. But I could have sworn I read it or I heard it from somewhere that Ndamukong Suh in 2023, he was not actively trying to be on the team, at least at the beginning part of the year. But he said if he didn't get contacted by a team in 2023, he would retire. But he hasn't officially retired, though. That is true. As far as I know, nobody contacted him. He didn't sign with anybody. But then I heard also that as the year was kind of wrapping up, that the Ravens might have been a team that was looking into Ndamukong Suh. I can't confirm that. But when it comes to Ndamukong Suh, it's time to let him sail and ride out into the sunset. Those times are over. It's over. He might come back to retire a Detroit Lion, but I remember very distinctly in 2014, I don't know if you, let me know in the comments, in the chat. When you watch this back in playback, let me know if you remember this. I remember like it was yesterday. It was 10 years ago. The season ends on the Dallas pass interference, like no call. It was that year. It was after that game. And they did a press conference for Ndamukong Suh. And I remember very distinctly, he was just bawling his eyes out because and he was up for a contract that year. It was the end of his rookie deal. And I was like, this dude is leaving. He's out of here. He was talking about his teammates, and out of respect for his teammates, somebody was asking him about like the contract and are you coming back and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I'm not going to talk about that. And he was just bawling his eyes out. I was like, this dude, he gone. He's gone. And he's never come back. He has never come back. Look at the opportunity that he's had to come back. He signed a massive deal with the Miami Dolphins. They wind up cutting him 3 years into the deal. He signed a 1 year a deal with the LA Rams. He actually played with Jared Goff. That's right. Then he spends 3 years with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't know if you guys remember this, but shortly after the trade, Ndamukong Suh said that Jared Goff was the best quarterback that he ever played with, while Matthew Stafford was a LA Ram. Not sure if Stafford and him liked each other. Cannot confirm or deny that. But as far as Ndamukong Suh, it's time to move on. That's a guy I would not mind if he does come back, one-day contract, retirement. Eventually, if he's in the ring, the pride or whatever, I wouldn't mind. He signed a new deal. He didn't ask to leave. But Ndamukong Suh coming back this year, while I think that the tweet was playful, I just think it's just not a thing. He's never come back to Detroit. He does not want to come back to Detroit to play, and I think he's done playing football. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And he's not in football shape. Hey, one says don't tip Brad. You know he like him older, don't he, though? Lomas Brown seems interested in the team. Wait, what do you mean? Timothy, what do you mean, bro? Corey says, I disagree with you on this one. Corey, round of applause, bro. I don't know why people have to announce that they disagree. I do it all the time, too, bro. But please put in the comment section why you disagree. Barry ain't that old. Cut Gibbs and sign Barry. I would not let him come back to retire. He was never a Lion. Who? Ndamukong? He's still in shape. We offered him the same deal the Dolphins did. Braylon, that's what I thought. Say goodbye to Sue forever. I think Timothy is being tongue-in-cheek. Bring back Robert Porsche. Listen, I just want to win. I really don't care, y'all. I don't care who we sign. Like, I clowned Bruce Irvin last year, and I would take him in the second this year because we're not done. Bodies are not done dropping. Y'all know that, right? We will lose somebody else. We don't even know what's going on with Pascal. We have no idea. We don't know what's going on with Levi. Like, as far as the length of time they're going to be out. We have had no update on Levi. God says, who Robert Porsche? Bro, hey, God, you telling your age now, bro. If you don't know who Robert Porsche is, then you telling your age or at least how long you've been a Lions fan. Robert Porsche is a back-in-the-day Lions fan. We're talking about, like, Herman Moore, Luther Ellis. Like, we're going back then. Robert Porsche was the pass rush before the pass rush for the Detroit Lions. That's what he was. No need to get like that, man. You're a YouTuber on here. Hey, Corey. Bro, you ain't Pillsbury Dough, are you, bro? I mean, you acting real soft, bro. I literally, come on, man. This called YouTube. It's entertainment, bro. Chill out. Chill out. Put your comments in the comment section. Y'all being extra soft lately. I don't understand. YouTubers got to be made of steel because of all come on, man. Y'all got to loosen up. Have we talked about Adams playing linebacker yet? Not fresh. Nope. We actually going to get into that now. By the way, I was busy at the moment, but it was the Saints who didn't give Dan Campbell a Super Bowl ring. Check the facts for anyone who disagree. I knew it was, you know what? Did I say the Saints? When they won with who? Not Drew Brees. Wait, when did Drew Brees win? What year was that? What year was that? Would Aaron Donald come out of retirement? You know what? I saw a tweet. It was 3 people. It was after we lost all them players on Thursday. And Aaron Donald was part of that tweet. It was like, could the Lions bring back Donald, Suh, and it was somebody else, all guys that's retired. 2006. Okay, so Dan Campbell played for the Lions from 2006 to 8, right? I think he retired after the 0-16 year, or he left us. So that means when they won with Drew Brees and them, that's shady. That's shady. Wow. Oh, it's when the Saints won in 2009. Okay, that means he was coaching then, right? This is why I unsubbed the last time. Sad to see you made it even bigger. Haven't changed the attitude a tad. Okay, all right, Corey. Bro, Corey, you want to see attitude? Let me show you attitude, bro. First of all, you're the one acting soft. I don't understand this, bro. And why do people gotta flaunt their subscription around? This is why I'm soft from here last. Bro, okay. All right. I'm glad. Have some. You are soft, bro. You are a soft individual. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to Kroger or Meijer or whatever your local shop is. I want you to go to the Pillsbury Doughboy aisle. I want you to get all the dough on the shelves. I want you to come home, and I want you to hold it and have your wife poke you in the stomach. A-hoo-hoo. Softness, bro. I don't understand this. We having a conversation. Okay, it's entertainment, bro. It's entertainment. I'm going to give you a hard time. You're going to give me a hard time. That's what, you know what? Here we go. I'm going to run the show like this. How about we do this for the rest of the show? Hi, my name is Derek. This is how we're going to run the show. I mean, y'all are soft. Y'all talk about me? Soft, bro. Pillsbury dough. As a matter of fact, my email is in the description, bro. My P.O. box. Send me some vouchers for some Pillsbury dough softness. I don't understand this, bro. And it grinds my gears with this sub stuff. That's the only power you have, is to push the sub button. So give it to somebody else. Give it, you know what? I'm glad you're not a sub, big dog, because I don't want to give you nothing. I treat my subs with respect if they treat me with respect. I told you I was joking, but now I'm not. God, bro, I don't understand this. I got no time for none of this. Corey, Charmin, and don't you ever come back, Corey. If I ever see you on any of my channels, you will not be seen again. I promise you that. Make sure you never come back, bro. I hate people who have to announce their departure. I don't have to take this. I'm going home. Nobody cares, bro. God, this is a platform for entertainment. I can be boring like Rock Thorn. You want me to do that? I have no problem doing that. Can't stand these people, bro. So anyway, we moving on. Now we can work it out. We can work it out. But I can't stand this, bro. I've had enough. I've had enough. I do a lot of stuff for y'all. And you being soft right now, bro. And I don't use that word, but I'm using it now. You're being soft. You know what I cannot stand? People who comment before the video ends. I cannot stand that. Listen to the video. This is why I unsubbed the first time. Nobody cares, bro, because I'm going to keep it a buck. I got to keep moving. And for everybody that unsubs, somebody will take your place. I got to keep moving, bro. I can't fret over what y'all do. God, bro, I cannot stand it. Rock don't put me to sleep. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, bro. One thing, it's a lot of softness on this platform. A lot of your favorite creators are the Pillsbury dough. They doughy, bruh. I'm not one of them guys. Anyway, why are you here, Corey? Why are you here, bro? I don't want a second chance from you. I do not want a second chance. And yes, I'm going on a rant. I don't want a second chance because you don't get a third one. As a matter of fact, peace. God, man. I'm going to help you out. Peace. Be gone. Go over there, watch some other bum. Watch a bum. Do that. Anyway, I don't mind criticism, man. I don't. But why are you here? Why are you here, bro? Anyway. You know what? People are so weak. I appreciate all y'all. I really do. But when it comes to what I realize is, there are people who watch, like, as a subscriber, the only thing you can give me is your subscription. That's it, right? You can watch the videos, but the power that you have is not subscribing. You know how many people watch me all the time? And most of them don't subscribe. I got my subscriber to unsubscriber is like 50%. So one out of every two people will watch me, right? My returning viewership is in the hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands, right? So I'm not going to win everybody over, nor do I try to. But I just can't. When people announce that they've subscribed or unsubscribed or whatever, it bugs me, man. It really does. You don't have to. I just make content. You watch it or not. You don't have to announce whether you're a subscriber. Okay? I don't really. Okay, fine. Because for every one that doesn't, maybe 5 will. All right? Anyway. I was joking with the dude. I was playing with him. But then he got all Pillsbury dough. I mean, I'll just say this. We'll move on to Jamal Adams. As a content creator, I'm going to tell you what I try to do. When you get as many comments as I do, which I love, by the way, y'all comment on the channel, you know, whether you're talking to me or somebody else. And I appreciate that, right? I genuinely try to engage in the comment section. It gets hard because it's a lot, and it's also hard to read everything. You know what I'm saying? Because people are very critical of my opinion. It's tough, but I try to tough it out. You know what I'm saying? But I try to be in the comment section, right? Because I appreciate y'all. But what I don't appreciate is the floss of the you notice I don't ask for you to subscribe. It's very, very rare I ask for you to subscribe, right? On my other channel. I don't ask on this channel. I just make content. You choose what you want to do, right? But the fact that he couldn't take a joke is weak to me, bro. Anyway, let's move it on. Let's move on, man. We're gonna talk about Jamal Adams. And should he be playing linebacker? Now, let me pull up something. See, this is why well, go watch some other boring creator. Go watch one that don't care. Oh, wow, Jamal Adams. He's already been. It already says he's a Detroit Lion. Okay, let's see. Wow, so Jamal Adams last played in 2000 in week 4. He played week 2, week 3, week 4. Let me see. Run D. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, I don't need this. All right, perfect. Okay, let's do. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Because I don't want to get a copyright claim. All right, where's he at? Ooh. Ooh. Hold the phone, bro. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a second, bruh. Holy smoly. Wow. Okay. All right. It's kind of virtual signaling. You got kicked out of here. Corey, ha ha ha. Good to see Sue back in Detroit. What's up, Antoine? What's good, bro? Hi. John says, help us or shut up. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? I haven't seen tape on Jonah Williams yet. I'd love to see him play. Yeah, I'm actually going to look at him as well. Apparently, Miles Adams gave us some fits when we played Seattle this year. What happened? Thoughts on Quan? I think he's going to be decent. Maybe they can use him how they used Branch last season. All right, hold on. Wait. I'm kind on that JPP train myself. Man, Shift God, be quiet, bro. Be quiet, bro. Because I've been talking about JPP for a minute. All right, hold on. Let me pull this up because this is, y'all going to see this right here. Right here, man. It's going to be crazy. Okay, how long we been on? I owe y'all some extra time. I owe you 5 extra minutes. What we'll do today, we'll stay and we're going to go overtime because Corey took a lot of my time and we're going to go over that. We're going to go over that. Just, I just can't stand that, bruh. I cannot stand that. Hush up. Go watch somebody else. All right. Oh, boy. Okay, Jamal Adams. Ooh, he's already been updated. Detroit Lions. He's already been updated. Let's go. All right, so you already know, man, the Detroit Lions have signed safety Jamal Adams, former first-round pick in 2017. It was Jim Caldwell's last year with the Detroit Lions. And I remember when this guy was drafted, man, Jets took him, and he was a dog. I mean, he used to, boom, light you up. He was one of them Quandre Diggs, man, but he was bigger, he was stronger, and he would destroy you. He had that kind of, I'm not like saying he was that guy, but he reminded me of Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor used to just lay you out, right? And the Detroit Lions signed this guy yesterday, started the season with the Tennessee Titans, and he is not what he used to be. And I don't like saying what people's not what they used to be, but I feel like that it's relevant to the conversation that we're having because a lot of people are concerned about where Jamal Adams will play. Now, according to, I think it was Eric Woodyard or Corey Woods, it was one of those guys, I get them confused, I'm sorry, that he was practicing with the linebacker group today. And I'm going to tell you what can be a scary situation. A scary situation could be a guy that used to play safety and used to light you up and is now a line in the linebacker core. That's a scary situation. All right. So does he have the coverage skills that he used to have? I mean, do any of us? He's 29 years old. He was drafted in 2017. The dude was literally 22 years old. He's 29 now, had some injuries, had the same injury that DJ Reader had last year. He had a few years ago. So he's not the same guy. But guess what? We don't need him to be the same guy. We got Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph. So we got Venom and Carnage back there. That's those names I gave him. Not no seek and destroy. No. Venom or snatch and grab. No. I'm going to say, whatever it is, I'm going to say Venom and Carnage. We don't need him back there, but we could use him anywhere on the field, right? This guy, shout out to NFL Pro, okay? Now, I had to select certain angles of this because the other ones will get this channel a copyright strike. But we got to talk about this guy right here. Make sure y'all subscribe to Lion Syndicate Film Room as well because we're going to be breaking down some stuff in the off season. All right? Now, let's take a look at this right here. We're going to let some of these plays play. This is, I hope this is the play. I think this is. I hope it didn't start over. All right? Here is Jamal Adams. Now, this is back when Malik Willis was still quarterbacking because he only played, meaning Jamal, he only played 3 games for the Tennessee Titans, and then he requested his release. I hope this is the play, and it didn't go forward. But I want you to, people saying he can't cover anymore. It's either him or him is Jamal. I think this is Quandre Diggs back there because this looks like Jamal. But check this out. Okay. Watch Jamal. Yeah, that's Jamal right there. Pointing Quandre Diggs, telling him where to go. Now, again, keep your eye on this guy here. Now, again, this is in coverage. We might not even need him in coverage, but watch this. Watch this right here. 29-year-old safety. Look at this. End around. Watch him come up. Boom. Still got it. He still got it. And this is in coverage. Laid him out. We're going to take a look at the end zone cam. Laid him out. Here's the end zone view. There's Jamal. Hold on. Let me pause it right there. Jamal is right here. This is Quandre Diggs. Read it. Got some speed. He took out his own dude as well. Come on, man. Come on, bro. We are getting a guy who can still compete at a high level. That's what the Detroit Lions are looking for. And that's just one play. We don't even, and that was specifically run defense. That's the group, the criteria that I selected. It's many more plays we can look at because according to NFL Pro, let me see. According to NFL Pro, he had 12 plays in run defense. Jamal Adams is still an asset in this team, and this is safety. Now, I'm not convinced that he's strictly going to be a linebacker, but he was practicing with the linebackers today. So I think he might have some versatility. And then the Lions could also run a 3-2-5 where they got 5 people in the secondary. You got Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, the 2 corners, and you sprinkle in a little bit Jamal Adams. And if you'll notice from the Thanksgiving game, the Lions had a lot of people in the box, and we're good at stopping the run. And Jamal Adams is going to help us do that. We really don't need him back in coverage. We also, to me, don't need him to be qualified as a linebacker. But when it's time to stop the run, because the Lions know who they're going to be playing, right? We got the Green Bay Packers. Josh Jacobs we were able to kind of, as a matter of fact, I think he had one of the best running games on us. He had like 93 yards. I think Aaron Jones had quite a bit as well. But the Lions know who they're going to face. They know what their task is in the playoffs, and they're going to do whatever it takes. Jamal Adams is, of course he's not the same guy. Would I go as far as to say he's washed? I'm going to say no. He's not washed either. We don't need him to be what he was. We need him to be what he is. And what that is going to be, no doubt, in Detroit, is somebody who's in the box, trying to sniff that run out. Maybe be willing to take out one of them guys coming across the middle as well. This guy is going to be a big deal for us. I spent all day yesterday like, yo, I can't believe Jamal Adams is on this team. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I think he's going to do more than you think. Okay, where we at here? That setup could work for the Packers. Doesn't even look like he affected that tackle at all. Bro, Q-Ball, what is you talking about, bro? What is you talking about? Really? You don't think he... Whatever. Okay, what happened to Emmanuel Forbes? Okay. So when it comes to waivers, all right, waivers apparently don't pass on the weekend. So Emmanuel Forbes, I think today's Monday, right? I'm so confused because of what day the Lions played. So we should hear that he cleared waivers today. As a matter of fact, can somebody find that information for me, please? Maybe somebody already sent it to me. Let's see. Shout out to Braylon, man. Okay, Braylon, we will talk about this. We'll go over this on Wednesday. Appreciate you, my man. So I believe he cleared waivers today. As a matter of fact, it should be right about now. Okay, let me see. All right, so far I don't see anything that he cleared waivers. Hey, D-Man, you think signings are ready to play this week? You know what, bro? I don't know. Q-Ball, okay. All right, man. Okay. Now, if you would have said he didn't initiate the tackle, you said you don't think he affected the tackle. Yes, he did. But me and you saw different things. It is what it is. Okay, so here's my thing. Zadarius Smith didn't play because he didn't have a bye week. But Jamal, I feel like they'll be ready. I feel like because he was out there to okay, so all the guys that we signed were there yesterday. So Jamal must have, I'm guessing, maybe the Lions sent the private jet, picked him up. He was in the building yesterday. He's probably posted up somewhere in Detroit. There's a spot down the street from Allen Park, an apartment complex. I think they have a building or a group of apartments set aside for Lions during the season. He's probably in there, and I think he plays. He might play 10, 15 snaps, but the dude's been rested since week 4. He hasn't played in 10 weeks. So, yeah, I think he's going to play. If Glenn gets 2 top QBs from this year's draft, I think he stays in Detroit another year. Dan defended Jahmyr. Yep. Yeah, I know. I made a video about it already. It's like he already knew he'd be here. He could have already been here. He wasn't on the team because the Titans released. Yeah, he could have. Kiera. He could have. Hey, Derek, what's up, man? Is Jahmyr Gibbs going to? Yes, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to play for sure. He's going to play for sure. Okay, let me see. Because I wanted to talk about this. All right, let me pull up ESPN. I'm kind of bummed out, though, because the Lions didn't clinch a playoff spot. And I was kind of mad, man, when the Bills clinched one. We didn't clinch. He could have already been here. It wasn't a team. Okay, I read that. I was referring to, if we get Forbes. Okay, Darius, let me see. Let me go back up to your comment, man. It says, if Glenn, time to think he stays in Detroit. Okay, so would you call Forbes a top, let me see. Was it a comment before that? Oh, the Three Amigos. What's up, Big? What's going on, bro? Let me see. Forbes was drafted last year. Yes, he was. He was drafted 16th overall in 2023. He was literally taking 4 spots after Jahmyr Gibbs, and he's not on the team. As a matter of fact, the Washington Commanders, I said some stat that from 2018 or 2019, one of those years to last year, none of their first-round picks or draft picks are on it. It's something crazy, bro. Sam Howell, those guys are gone, man. It's insane. Kind of wish we kept Matthew Betts. What's up, Dirty? What's good with you, bro? Hey, did you get your badge yet, man? If so, if not, when? Because I already got the rest of the helmets packed up. I just got to go to UPS. If we get Forbes and he works out, bye-bye Vildor. Okay. I talked about this the other day. Would you guys take Emmanuel Forbes? So the Detroit Lions, they in trouble. We having a conversation, and people are bringing up Emmanuel Forbes. Now, it is Monday, the 2nd of December, and Emmanuel Forbes was waived on Saturday night or Saturday afternoon. I don't think you clear waivers on Sunday, on the weekend days. So Monday, any moment, the making of this video is about 4:15 in the afternoon. I did not hear that he cleared waivers or was claimed by anyone. So I would assume usually somebody puts out that they expect him to clear waivers. He's on his rookie contract. So I find it hard to believe that no team would take a chance on Emmanuel, even though people are saying that he can't tackle. I'm like this. I understand that you guys might have some reservations on Emmanuel Forbes. I get it. Okay. 100%. However, when it comes to making a Super Bowl, you have to have bodies. On top of that, we got a pretty good defensive back coach. Somebody could coach him up. Ennis Rakestraw has not really been a factor this year. He's probably going to be something next year. If you were to get somebody like Emmanuel Forbes, okay, he is in the 2nd year of his rookie deal. You would have him you would have a body for the rest of this year, okay, which you are going to need to make the playoff push. You are also going to have year 3 and year 4 if you decide to keep him on the team. In year 4, heading into year 4, you can decide on his 5th-year option, and then you can jettison him after that if you don't want him. So for all of that, check this out. He on year 2 of his rookie deal. So all the Lions got to do, and you're talking about the guaranteed money that the Lions aren't even on the hook for. So we're just talking about his salary. That, to me, I mean, a body, somebody you potentially could coach up. Look at Daniel Jones. Look at what happened to him. Daniel Jones was also a first-round pick who's not as bad as the Giants made him. The Giants were the first team eliminated from playoff contention, right? So I'm not opposed to anybody coming in to the Detroit Lions, not even Emmanuel Forbes, because we are going, and anybody is better than Kendall Vildor. Let me ask you a question. You taking Emmanuel Forbes or you taking Kendall Vildor? Put in the comments. Put in the chat. If you taking Emmanuel Forbes, who you can have for, if you want him, for 2.5 more years on a rookie contract, or Kendall Vildor. It ain't that hard of a decision to me. And the Washington Commanders traded for Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, y'all don't understand. And this is what I'm trying to help you to understand. Look at our cornerback room. Did you know who we had there out against Anthony Richardson and the Colts? We had Khalil Dorsey and Kendall Vildor. If Anthony Richardson was a better quarterback, if he was, let's say, who's a better quarterback? A lot of quarterbacks. Who's out there? Let's say Matthew Stafford. Let's pick our own. If we were playing Matthew Stafford, and we played with Kendall Vildor, but we also had Cam Burns-Sutton, who's better than Kendall Vildor, right? If we had a guy like Matthew Stafford playing us with Kendall Vildor and Khalil Dorsey on Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, it might be a long day. We're not even talking about what's my man named Robinson, I believe they got over there. They also got the 6th-round pick that they took, I believe, in the draft. It would be a long day for our secondary, you know, for the outside corners. So I'm taking Emmanuel Forbes, Not sure that he's cleared waivers as of yet, but I would 100% take him, no doubt. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, Tay-Way says Vildor. Lionheart says I'd rather have Vildor. Okay, why? Why? Yeah, Braylon, I see you, man. Appreciate you. Why would you rather have Vildor? Steven Nelson. Okay, so here's the thing about Steven Nelson. Steven Nelson, where did that rumor come from? And notice you haven't heard anything about it. Can you really trust the source as a credited source? You know what I'm saying? Like, I am not a credited source. I have no insiders. If I say something, I got it from somewhere else. But notice, you haven't seen a single thing about Steven Nelson since you saw that thing. I would love to see Nelson. Talked about him a lot during the offseason. Yet Amik is one of the worst corner. Okay. We're talking about Artur. We're talking about Kendall Vildor, and because we know what he's about. Amik has played way more games than him. So you're saying, I'm assuming you're saying that from PFF or something like that. Is Carlton Davis playing this Thursday? We do not know, but we'll bring in the practice report and find out. Did who retire? We moving Branch to no. Brian Branch, no. I saw enough from Brian Branch against the Bears on Thursday. I do not want to see Brian Branch at safety. To me, he's just too, at cornerback, he's too slow. He had, I think it was DJ Moore. Somebody was on him. He was in the slot. And he read the play perfectly. He was with DJ, but he couldn't keep up. I don't want to see that. Forbes is not better than Vildor. Okay. All right. I mean, new name on the practice report. Yeah, we'll look in a second. I think Vildor may be better in zone coverage when he doesn't have to follow the receiver. Yeah, you know what? You know who else was, I think, a zone? Wasn't Jeff Okuda? He was a zone corner as well, right? And he was terrible. You're terrible. You're terrible, man. I'm just saying, man. Listen. Here's the thing. Whether Vildor is on the team or not, whether you would prefer Vildor over Emmanuel Forbes, it doesn't matter to me. I just literally want bodies on our team. Because if Vildor go down, then who we got? Who we got if Kendall Vildor go down? Who we got at corner if Kendall Vildor? I mean, look at us talking about, y'all telling me that you wouldn't want literally anyone. Give me anybody. I would go get a man that I have dogged since every day he's been with the Detroit Lions. Jerry Jacobs. That's how much I want to win a Super Bowl. Go get Jerry Jacobs. It doesn't matter. Bodies is what we need on our team. We don't particularly need skill. We need bodies. The skill tree, that's going to be tough. We are 31st in the way. And this is what I'm saying to y'all. This is why you got to be willing to think outside the box. The Detroit Lions are 32nd in the waiver wire, which means that they are last. They're sitting there waiting for a claim. They put a claim in, and they're doing this. Uh-oh. Okay, number 29, 28. 20, 30, 31. Oh, man. The Kansas City Chiefs claimed him. And we don't want the Chiefs to get nobody, right? So we're not really going to get a quality player. So the only way we're going to get bodies is practice squatters or off the couchers or people who clear waivers like Daniel Jones and signs with the Detroit Lions. People, we need bodies. We are trying to win the Super Bowl. If I am talking about signing Bruce Irvin, and I would be okay with that, that should tell you how much I want to win. Bodies are what matter at this point. We need them. We're not going to get the most skilled player, but we're going to need a body. Who do we have after Kendall Vildor or Khalil Dorsey goes now? We have Terrion Arnold, Carlton Davis. Vildor is taking the place of Carlton Davis. Who takes the place of Kendall Vildor? Dorsey. Now, Terrion Arnold gets hurt. Who comes in now? Emmanuel Mosley. heard something pop before. We don't even know what he's going to be able to do. Now, something happens. We need another guy. We need bodies, people. That's all, bodies. That's what we need. It sucks that the Vikings and Packers keep winning. Why give up Vildor for another bum? No, we don't have to give up Vildor. He can stay on the team. He can stay on the team. I'm not trying to subtract. I'm trying to add. I mean, yes, we have to subtract by adding because you can only have 53 on the roster. You know? But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I love Long signing. Yes, Long is playing very well. Can the Lions communicate with teams ahead of them in the waiver wire to try to convince them to let players slip? You know what, Kira? That's a good question. I've never thought about that. I wonder, is there any rule against that? That's, I don't know. I feel like the NFL would put some type of thing in place like you can't. But that's just my thoughts. I don't know. What do y'all think? Vildor, but why we need Vildor when we have Ford? Lionheart. Okay. Just stay with me. Stay with me here. Okay. Bodies. We don't know what's wrong with Carlton. We know he broke his thumb. Big old club on the hand. Hamburger helper. We don't know how long if Emmanuel Mosley. We need bodies, right? We got to replenish somebody on the practice squad. We need bodies. I don't care who. I'm not necessarily saying that people come in and replace other people. Okay. Oh. As a matter of fact, this is why. Okay, let's get right into it. Yo. This is why, man. Do y'all really understand what we're trying to do here? We're trying to win the Super Bowl. I'd have to take forwards after reading about him. What happened? What happened about him? I mean, they probably won't. The Lions got their eyes on some guys. That's why we make videos. We make videos about them because that's what we would want. I don't care who it is. I just want a body. I want bodies on this team. I don't care because we ain't done. We got 5 more games. And guess what? The playoffs are single game elimination. We got 5 more games, man. Somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody going to get hurt. Mosley can't even get on the field to show us he can go, so load up when we can. Vildor is a good backup, so he could cover a team's 4 or 5 wide receiver. 5 more wins. Adams is here to help replace Alex, who was their man coverage linebacker, and Iffy was supposed to be their big nickel. Well, we don't know what's going on with Iffy right now. We don't know if he's done. I mean, we'll know soon. All right. So the Lions released their injury report. We're ahead of schedule because we're not ahead of schedule, but everything is expedited. It's like pushed up and it's super confusing because it's now 2 Thursday games in a row. So everything is kind of pushed up, but we're having a conversation about bodies, about the playoff push and the Detroit Lions, along with every other NFL team, needing bodies this far into the NFL season. I believe the Detroit Lions have 18 players on injured reserve, might be the biggest in the league, and we're trying to win a Super Bowl. We've got our premier pass rusher on the sideline who may or may not play for the Super Bowl if the Lions can make it that far. But depending on how big they get hit in the injury field, they might not go that far. I mean, I'm going to take you back to 2021. I think we had 21 players on the injured reserve. One of those guys was Matthew Stafford. If Jared Goff goes on the injured reserve, our season is over. Super Bowl dreams, hopes, done, right? Done. So you could even say St. Brown, he's a giant part. You know what I'm saying? So we need bodies. Speaking of bodies, here is what the injury report is looking like 3 days before the game. Names that we saw, Taylor Decker, knee. I don't think he plays. So that means that we're going to see Jamarco again. Levi, hamstring. He's not going to play. You cannot play with hamstrings. Emmanuel Mosley. Okay, I am rooting for Emmanuel Mosley. The thing that troubles me is he heard something, quote, pop before the game on Thursday against the Chicago Bears. That is troubling. Carlton Davis, knee, limited practice. I don't think he plays either. DJ Reader, shoulder. I didn't even know he was injured. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. He got up. He was favoring his left shoulder, I believe. We didn't hear anything else about it. This is tough, but this is why we brought in the guys that we brought in. All right? But we were having a conversation about Emmanuel Mosley and should the Detroit Lions pick him up if he becomes a free agent. And I say yes. I literally say bring in whoever you can because it's going to be tough to get talent when you're 32nd in the waiver wire. It's going to be tough. Could you find talent on the practice squad? You can. You got to take that person from the practice squad immediately to the 53-man roster, which means that somebody has to go. We just waived Maurice Alexander. We should be hearing something about him later today. So, DJ Reader, we'll probably hear from Dan Campbell on Tuesday. I don't know if we hear Tuesday or Wednesday, but we'll probably find out about DJ Reader, Emmanuel Mosley, all these guys. But I'm going to say right now that the good news is full practice for Emmanuel Mosley. So I'm going to say Carlton is 50-50. DJ Reader, it depends on what the next update is. I think Josh, Levi, and Taylor don't play. That is tough. But we've still been winning games, but this game is super important against the Green Bay Packers. This is a must-win game for a number of reasons. But let me know, how concerned are you with the names on the injury report? All right. Where we at here? Mosley is a doughboy. Oh, man. Okay, listen. I am to the point, like I said, okay? I just want bodies. You got to have somebody to do something. You got to have somebody. You can't. Somebody is better than nobody. Do I want the best player available? Absolutely. So if Emmanuel Forbes is not him, then don't bring him in. But to say that Kendall Vildor is better than him, I don't know if I agree with that, but that's just me. That is just me. All right, how long we been on? Dang, an hour and a half? Bro, it's crazy. I need a co-host, man. Don't worry, studio coming eventually. We get in the studio, we get in the whole nine, bro. That's the plan anyway. Next 5 years, we get in the studio. We're going to have people, we're going to have shows. I mean, genuine competition to Woodward Sports. That is the whole goal. It was the goal before Woodward Sports came in and took over our space, you know what I'm saying, and help use creators to boost their platform. But they didn't use me because I wouldn't let them. Well, they didn't offer anyway, but I wouldn't let them anyway. All right, so let's have one more segment, and this one's going to be something here. All right. So I made a video the other day about the Detroit Lions, and when I make videos on this channel about like seeding, they do very well, so we'll see how this one does. But the Detroit Lions got zero help yesterday. They got none from the Arizona Cardinals, who were fighting for a playoff spot, and they blew it. Well, fighting for a division lead. They blew it. They got none from Lamar Jackson Wilson as well. And, you know, I don't know what we thought was going to happen, but I didn't know if he was going to be able to beat the Eagles, because I mean, I think that the Baltimore Ravens can only go as far as their quarterback can take them. So anyway, that's a whole different segment. All right, how I feel about Lamar Jackson Wilson and the whole Baltimore Ravens, by the way. So the Detroit Lions have a tough road ahead of them. They are being hunted by the Philadelphia Eagles, but it's more than just them. It's more than just them, all right? Let's take a look at the outcome of Week 14's games, right? Because we're in week 13. We're going into Week 14. This kind of grinds my gears, man. The Buffalo Bills and the Chiefs have already clinched a playoff spot here and the division here with 5 games left. Like literally, they have secured a home game. They have secured seeds 1 through 4. They cannot drop any lower. Unbelievable. But they're chasing the Kansas City Chiefs. And guess what? They hold the tiebreaker. Somebody said, what did I watch it? Yeah, they hold the tiebreaker against the Chiefs. I could be wrong. Now let's look at the Lions. Nobody from the NFC has clinched a playoff spot. Not a single team. Lions could have been one of them teams, but everything had to go their way. It did not. All right. So the Eagles won yesterday. Now, this is where it gets sticky, and we talked about this a few days ago, but now we got an updated picture because of the fact that the Week 13 games are out of the way. It's a big game coming up against the Green Bay Packers. This will refresh on Wednesday. By the way, it'll say Packers right here. We got a big game coming up against the Packers, a must-win game. It is a division game and a conference game. We have to win that game. The next game is against the Buffalo Bills. The Lions, in my opinion, can really only afford to that's in their control. They can only really afford to drop one more. And if they drop one, it has to be the Buffalo. It has to be the Buffalo. They cannot drop a division game, or they have 5 games left. 3 are in division, 1 is interconference, and 1 is a conference against the San Francisco 49ers. They cannot drop a division game because to this point, the Eagles have not lost a division game. All right. They have 3 division games to end the season. Giants, Commanders, Cowboys, not in that order. The Lions have Bears, Niners, Minnesota Vikings. Speaking of Minnesota Vikings, look at this. Won yesterday. Cardinals didn't do us any help. The Detroit Lions right now at 11-1 have essentially a game and a half lead. They got the tiebreaker right now and a better record overall. And let's not forget about the pesky Packers who we play. The Packers win against us. They all of a sudden move up to 10-3. We drop to 11-2. We're done. We split the series, right? But we'll have a better record than them if we win out. If we win out, we will have a better record than them, even if we lose. So that's when the Buffalo Bill game and all that stuff becomes important. The Vikings, however, we play them the last game of the season. I don't know. I honestly don't think it goes that far. I think the Detroit Lions are going to. I think the Vikings are going. They have many games they should have lost. But they should have lost yesterday. But the Arizona Cardinals are just dumb. They just dumb. They should have won that game yesterday and dropped to 9-3. I mean, the Arizona Cardinals. So the Lions have very little margin for error if they were to lose. All right. You're going to go not only from the first seed. You can drop, and the Lions could actually still stay in the top 4. But it would be the Minnesota Vikings that we have to worry about. The Minnesota Vikings are the team that could push us from the 2nd seed to the 5th seed. Look at this. There are 5 games left in the NFL season, and the 7th seed has 8 wins. 8 wins, which is insane. That means a double-digit team is going to play a game on the road in the wild card round. The Lions have very little margin for error. I don't remember who the Vikings play and the Packers play. We need to win on Thursday. A win for the Detroit Lions against the Packers keeps not only the Packers at bay, it keeps the Vikings at bay, and it keeps the Eagles at bay. Lions must win. They can only drop really one game, and it needs to be against the Bills. That's the only one they can truly afford to lose. After that, it would have to be the San Francisco 49ers. We're not going to lose against them. They are trash. McCaffrey's done for the year. They're terrible. We're going to beat them. That's not even a thing. So it's going to be tough for the Detroit Lions. They have very little margin for error. They cannot lose to the Green Bay Packers this Thursday to start Week 14. All right, let me see what y'all saying. Derek the Rams just claimed Forbes. Okay, well, that's good. That's good because y'all didn't want him anyway. So that works out. Let me see. Where were the Rams in the waiver wire? Let's see. And then we'll wrap up the show. Teams. Let's go to standings. So, hold on. Yeah, I know I was muted, y'all. Okay, let's see where they were at. Where were they at in the waiver wire? Okay, so that means that we can guarantee that these teams did not put in a claim for Emmanuel Forbes. Wow. That's kind of sad, bruh. We can guarantee that the Jags, the Raiders, the Giants, the Patriots, the Panthers, the Jets, the Titans, the Browns, the Bears, the Bengals, the Saints, the Cowboys, the Dolphins, the Niners, the Colts, the Cardinals, the Falcons, and the Rams. The Rams put in a claim. We can guarantee that those people did, because if they would have been awarded Emmanuel Forbes. That is crazy. I knew he wasn't going to clear, because now the Rams, who need a cornerback, remember they lost Tre'Davious White to the Baltimore Ravens. They needed a cornerback. So that means Bucks, Broncos, Seahawks, Ravens, Texans. I mean, look, that's crazy, bro. He made it more than halfway to the Detroit Lions. That's insane. Well, I mean, I knew it was unlikely. It only made sense to me that somebody claimed him, because now the Rams have a second-year player on a rookie deal, which means that unless the Rams move on from him, he is part of the team next year, the year after that, right? And going into the 2026 NFL season is when the Rams can decide on his fifth-year option. Not a bad move. Not a bad move. Well, we did all that talking. Now we don't have to worry about it. We don't have to worry about it at all. All right. Well, listen, I am going to wrap up the show, man. I appreciate everybody coming in here, even Corey, Clown Man Corey. I will see you guys on Wednesday. And I don't know, man. I'm considering going to the game Thursday. Part of me wants to go. Well, all of me wants to go, because a couple things, man. Amazon, our streams usually with Amazon are pretty tough, because they get to show the game on, all their platforms. And I want to go, man. I mean, I'm like, dang, the season, because I don't think I'm going to be able to go to San Francisco. So that means my only road game will be the one against the Colts. And I want to go, man. So I don't know. We'll see. But all right, I will see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great day, and go Lions, man.
Hello, good morning. Horns is blowing, and I'm pissing off the neighbors. Whether homegrown or imported, we feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah, you don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the motor city, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the motor city, everything ain't pretty, but it's love though. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah.